Hello everyone, welcome back to Shortcode. Today we'll be going back a bit and talking a little bit more about functions, more specifically function parameter defaults. So let's get right into it. So usually when we are making a function, we would just put in our parameters. So if we do define test, we would have some parameters, string 1, string 2, print, let's do an f string, print, no let's not actually, print string 1, string 2, then we do test, hello, and there, then if we run it, we get hello there. So we'll put our function parameters here, which are like our placeholders, and when we call it, we pass the arguments. Now let's create a function and have two parameters. So define test2, string 1, and the second parameter can be string 2 equals yes. And now we print, oh I missed the colon, print string 1, string 2, test2, and now let's pass in string 1. So we'll do hello, and then let's just ignore string 2 and see what happens. Hello, yes. We haven't even passed yes. What is going on? Well, we're passing string 1 here, so that's going to there. And then string 2 has seen that it's not actually getting past anything, so it's defaulting to the string yes. So this is a function parameter default. When we call the function, we don't have to pass two parameters. If we don't want to, we just pass the one that doesn't have a default value, which in our case is the first argument. So yes is our default value if we don't pass anything. So if we go back to our call statement and right there, let me just comment this out as well. We don't need this anymore. We'll get hello there. So if there is a argument that's passed, it will override the default, but if there isn't one, the default will kick in. Well, you might be thinking, what is the point of this? Well, a good example is when you are creating a function that, for example, makes a house. You will need some compulsory parameters like width, length, height, etc., but you will have some parameters that aren't compulsory and can be written as defaults. For example, a dining room. Not everyone would want a dining room. And the default might be set to false, but when you are calling your house to be built, you might want to have a dining room, and you want that to be true, so you overwrite it. And you also might be thinking, what happens if we have multiple default parameters? So if we have string 3 equals there. Well, what happens if I want to override? If I want to override string 3, but I don't want to override string 2, if I just pass some random stuff, it will override string 2. Oh, we need to print string 3 as well. It will override string 2, but I didn't want it to do that. So what we have to do is write string 3 equals some text. Hello, yes, ALK, yeah. So what we're doing here is we're specifying which one we want to override. Because if we didn't specify it, it would just assume that we're overriding string 2, which we're not. We don't want to do this, so we do string 3 equals that. Okay, that's it for function parameters. I forgot to cover them while we were going over functions. If you would like to support me, all you have to do is give this video a like. It really does help me out. Also consider subscribing. I post Python content almost every day. That's it from me. Cheers and goodbye.